What's up, guys? Websoak here, and today we have episode 57 of the Minecraft New York City subway series. Today we have Gates Avenue. If you're wondering why did I do such a random stop compared to where I was, that is because I was going to finish the Williamsburg Bridge because I do want to do a video on that, and I was preparing to do the ramp down to Brooklyn and discovered that it's way too close. So I had to figure out what went wrong there. I did a complete measurement of everything on the J to find out where it went wrong. And I'm 100% confident that nothing was wrong in this area with the gridded streets. So I used, I used Kosciuszko Street as a measurement point. And then I used Delancey Street, Essex Street as the other point. And then I went through the whole area, measured everything, and came to the conclusion that Myrtle Avenue, Broadway can stay where it is. Although you guys haven't seen the tour of that because that's not done. But I did actually start the platforms there. Flushing Avenue is off by maybe 50 blocks, but that's really not a big deal. So Flushing Avenue is going to stay where it is. But Lorimer Street has to be rebuilt completely. Let me know if you guys want a tour of the new Lorimer Street, but it's probably not going to be anything special. It's probably going to look similar to this because, a lot of the elevated stations look the same. But, yeah, so Lorimer Street will have to be rebuilt. There's not going to be a tour of that. I don't think it's likely. Unless you guys really want the tour, then I'll give you the tour. But then I'm going to do Hughes Street, Marcy Avenue, and build the bridge. And I'll probably do a video of the bridge as well when the bridge is done. So, yeah, that's what's happening. And we're on episode 57, so Myrtle Avenue, Broadway will probably be the next episode. And for episode 59, it's going to be 5th Avenue, 59th Street. Because I did realize the mistake that I made with 7th Avenue, 57th Street, where I put it for episode 56. But if I had waited one more episode, it could have been episode 57. And of course, with the street being named 57th Street, wouldn't that have made more sense? So, we've got Gates Avenue. I almost said Grove Street because of the street sign here. See, it's Grove Street. And then in real life, there's another one called Quincy Street, which goes out there. And that's actually what these exits are named after in the Mezzanine area. You'll see that in a minute. So this station opened up May 13th, 1885, 135 years ago. Insanely old. Insane, yeah. So it's currently served by the J&Z. It says Gates Avenue Station. Unfortunately, these supports kind of block it a little bit, but that's just how it wound up. And even in real life, they're pretty close to it as well. A little bit more this way, but I'm not going to do the exact locations of the supports to the exact coordinate in real life. So Gates Avenue Station, J&Z. As you guys know, there is not going to be a Z line in this world, so it's just going to be the J here. So ignore the Z, but I just put it there for technical purposes because it's there in real life, you know. So here is the mezzanine area. I don't put a booth in a lot of these mezzanines. You guys probably noticed that because I don't have any way of knowing where the booths are. So, yeah, unless there's like an explicit picture showing that, I don't usually put the booth. Yeah, here's the mezzanine. Pretty nice. I actually like this one. I started using like a ridged design for the elevated walls there, and I made this support thinner. I might make that thicker next time, but this was the first time where I made a wall design with bits for an elevated station. And you got entry to J and Z, exit. Whoa, what is going on there? What is going on there? Well, looks like I made a mistake. So, in just a second, that's gonna be gone. Boom. Just like that, it's fixed. Editing magic, huh? So it's really supposed to say like this: exit Quincy Street and Broadway. Then let's go to the uptown side right here. So this will be the J and Z to Jamaica. So Jamaica Center, Jamaica Center, Parsons Archer, all times. Here's the platform. I think that this is probably one of my best looking elevated platforms that I've ever done. I made the supports like extremely detailed here. They're like round now. This will be fun when I get to a station where it's a different color and I have to completely redo that. But yeah, so that is the platform. I think it looks awesome, to be honest. We've got the girders here. You can see a speed limit sign there. I set it to 35 over there, so the minecarts will be able to go 35 miles per hour there. Got a sign here, exit Broadway and Quincy Street. You have the Gates Avenue signs here. You got the benches here. You have a map here. On the map, we are right there, where it says Gates Avenue, J and Z, right there. And we've got some advertisements over here. You can see out here to the southern end. Of course, I don't have roads on the southern end yet because the A and C are not built. Probably not going to be built for a while. Jamaica Center, of course, same signs for the J. Gates Avenue. Exit is on the other end of the platform because this side is abandoned. There's more maps there. And as you can see, yeah, this side's abandoned. So, for whatever reason, they closed down this entrance. You can see the turnstiles there. I do put turnstiles in a lot of the abandoned exits. And you can see over here, here are the Uptown announcements. So I'll put the minecart so it can play.
This is a Queens-bound J local train. The next stop is Halvey Street.
So yeah, there was that one for the Uptown side. We'll walk over to the abandoned entrances in a minute. And now we are going to go to the other side. Of course, guys, remember never to cross the tracks. So instead, I'm just going to teleport to the other side. And now we have teleported to the other side, just like that. We are on the Manhattan-bound side of the J. You can see down there into the elevated. In case you guys didn't notice, I was able to get the render distance to increase by 2 chunks without the server taking a hit from that. I may be able to get it to 16 chunks as well. I just have to see if the developers of one of the mods are able to help me out with getting the settings right for the server to handle that. And if that can happen, we can increase it up to 16 chunks. Because on the current settings I'm at, I was able to down my RAM allocation to 6 gigabytes of RAM instead of 10, which is what I had allocated before. But I could probably allocate it even less now than that. So, Manhattan J, Broad Street via Jamaica Local, all times. Of course, this is the Jamaica line. And you've got some nice advertisements here as well. This is a pretty cool one. It says sub and like to WebSoak on YouTube. So I think you guys should follow the instructions of that advertisement. More Gates Avenue signs here. Manhattan J signs again. Again, you can see down onto the tracks here. They're pretty cool. We've got my custom modded tracks there for the elevated. And more advertisements there. More of the signs there. And then you've got exit to Broadway and Quincy Street again. And then, you know, down there into the mezzanine. So before we do that, I'm going to show you the Manhattan-bound announcements.
This is a Manhattan-bound J local train. The next stop is Kosciuszko Street.
So yeah, with the J announcements, I did put a bigger delay on them here, just so that you have more time to hit them. Some of the other announcements, I did not put a big delay, so it does not give you a lot of time before you stop, before it starts playing. So yeah, we'll go down here to Broadway and Quincy Street. We're going to go see the abandoned entrance. We're going to go check that out. So exit Quincy Street and Broadway. We'll head down to this side since we entered through the other side. And then we can just fly over this way under the elevated. I really like how it looks under the elevated. I even put like these supports like sticking out there, you know, to simulate supports, because you can't just have an overhanging edge of the platform there. Of course, you've got the wire over there. Here we have the other side. So this area is abandoned, so it's just caged up. Pretty sad, but it is abandoned, and I just ran across the street. Don't do that in real life. So yeah, unfortunately this area is abandoned, but I have my special MTA pass, so I can just break through the wall like that. And yeah, so here we have the abandoned. And of course, I don't use as much detail on these ones because they're abandoned, so I don't want to waste server resources or computer resources loading an abandoned area that you won't be able to get into. And you can see the platform from there. Ah, so sad, we're caged in. We'll head back out through here, and we'll end the tour. So let's fly back over there to the end. Oh yeah, and here's Gates Avenue. This was, again, unfortunately, with these J stations, they don't exit out on the proper entrance, which just doesn't make sense. If it's called Gates Avenue, why is the entrance at Palmetto Street and the other entrance at Quincy Street? Here's Gates Avenue. Look how lonely it is. It's just under the station. No exits at Gates Avenue. How sad. This will be my last video of 2020. Yep. Oh no, 2020 is going to be left behind. What a shame that we're leaving behind 2020. Wow, everyone is so sad. Alright, so let's move on to 2021. And hopefully it's 2020 that's bad and not 2020s. Because that would be very bad. But tomorrow is the first day of 2021. Happy New Year's Eve, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!